Well, I'm underway. Quite flat out here today. 11.5 miles to get to the west point of East Ship, where I want to see if there's still something out there that was out there last time. It's probably about maybe 5 miles until I'll start seeing some of the island in the distance. Seems to be about 7.25 plus or minus. 6.5 you usually can see them, unless they're flat and sand, in which case you sometimes have to be closer. Regardless, I will have, I don't know, maybe an hour till I see it, and then I'm on the way in. The new pedal is working. We'll see whether it both of them make it through this trip, the day trip, so they should. But I do have a spare set on the boat now. Anyway, it's a nice looking morning. It's supposed to be pretty much no weather to speak of out here, except perhaps some pop-up stuff. Anyway. Okay, so I'm just under 7 miles out from the west point of East Ship, and over there I just picked out some trees. So 7 miles-ish is where you finally get a visual. I've been using the clouds to keep my trek relatively straight. The course arrow's on the GPS receiver, but looking down and following that is difficult. So you pick out something in the distance and follow it for a while. And, well, clouds work well. You have to keep resetting your direction, since the clouds obviously move and change.
Stay where you at.
But it's pretty good.
Point your bow the same way as my bow is.
Well, somebody's not following protocol. Anyway, but
You got this radio on, can you hear me?
It's 10 minutes to 8. GPS receiver's there. I now have my DeLorme InReach SE right there, providing live tracking, updated every 10 minutes while in motion. And I also have another mounting ball there, which I figure I might use with GoPro or something. I just ordered it when I ordered the other parts because, oh hey, save on shipping. Anyway, 6 3/4 miles to go. On the way. Well, 3/4 of the way from the Mississippi Coast Coliseum area to the west point of East Ship Island. If you look over there, you can see the fort on West Ship. It's now 8:42 and pleasantly overcast.
705 station code.
Overcast is nice when you're out here because other than clouds, there's no shade. Or as I may have said before, if you're out here and all of a sudden there's shade that's not a cloud, something is about to go seriously wrong. Well, anyway, I wore my heart rate monitor today, although the little adjustment thing on the chest band is in just the wrong place. I keep shifting it so it's not right digging into my back. Ow. But turns out that my normal pace is right at 135 plus or minus 5 beats per minute. I don't know what that's equivalent to in my biking because I haven't checked, but apparently it's my go forever pace. Because at that pace I can just keep going. Don't get tired. I do eventually get worn out, but not so much tired. Anyway, so far it's been a pretty quiet day. Seen 3 boats or so, and no large ones. Which I think that might be the first time I've crossed this part of the intracoastal without seeing anything big. But anyway, I've got another somewhere between half an hour and an hour until actually looks like maybe 35-45 minutes till I make landfall. And then I find out whether the souvenir that I'm hoping is still out there is. Otherwise, this was just a fun trip. Oh wait, guess that's not the best. Well, onward. Well, I'm about ready to head back in toward the Mississippi Coast Coliseum. I'm here on the west point of East Ship Island with my next entry to attempt to get the most unique piece of trash in the Trashy Diver Contest. My entry is that it is a Sonardyne sonar transponder float rated for 5,000 meters. Yeah. It's heavy, but it actually fits in there pretty well. I think I might be a bit slower going back in with that much weight, but rated capacity 400, which I'm less than. Had to strap my backup drive unit on, but I think I'm good to go, assuming I can slide this thing into the water. Anyway, 12 miles to go, and here we are with another bottle. Let's angle it just right. Aha! Now back on course. Oh, and if you notice the large half of whatchamacallit on the front with both halves in the tank well, it was a bit back heavy. Stern under the water, kind of taking out a little, not too much, but really hard to bail it. So I put it on the front. Of course, now I'm taking waves crashing over the front, which pours right in. Hobie's hatch design on this kayak seems to be, what's a nice term for pathetic? I've got to look into doing a little mod to make it seal. Because right now it's just a funnel. So I've been having to stop quite often to bail. which is annoying. Oh look, it's another boat. Anyway, well, I guess I'll bail. Bye.
See if Towboat US is on scene. Over.
Okay, I think I see a couple more, probably bottles up ahead. The wind is blowing offshore today, and so it's settled down a lot as I've...
Oh yes sir, that's affirmative, Captain. You can reach out to Captain Ricky White to see if his Good Samaritan is on station with him at this time. Over.
Okay, here we go. Another bottle. Slowing down so that the bow wave doesn't kick it too far away. Come up alongside and... Haha! Got another. And it looks like we have more litter just ahead. Another bottle. We are 5 1/3 miles from my launch point. And we seem to be finding a lot of plastic. Got it. Alright. Mississippi Coast Coliseum's up ahead. 5.3 miles. And looks like I might not have to bail that much anymore now that the water's not crashing over the bow and through the hatch. To grandmother's house we go. Oh wait, sorry. Anyway, it's not that bad out here, but my sky is clearing up, which I'd really rather it didn't do for another 5 1/4 miles, but oh well. Anyway, onward. Just under 2 miles to go and I'll be back, but it's getting kind of hot out here, so this is what I do. So pour water over yourself over and over and over. I'm trying to rig up a little like fountain pump. If I can find or rig a solar fountain pump, then if it gets really hot, well, it's usually really hot when the sun's out, and so it would work well. I'm finally getting some cloud cover again, so maybe even a little, I feel a little breeze. It's been a somewhat longer ride in with this very heavy float. I'm gonna have to weigh it when I get home. See how close to the maximum capacity one person or 400 pounds. Well, I don't seem to have sunk, so yes, we're good. I was hearing what sounded like Coast Guard inspections boat out near, I guess it was on Horn Island or thereabouts, which is kind of disappointing because it would have been fun to get checked for gear, because I have it. Day signals, night signals, PFDs, and many communication devices. Yep, I think I'm covered. But, yeah, apparently I wasn't in the right spot. Maybe next time. Well, 1.7 miles to go. And then I have to get this up to the car. Ay, ay, ay. I was carrying it across the island because it was kind of on the Gulf side. And it's not that far. But my, are those things heavy! And unwieldy too. So after getting them so far, just went back to the canoe, kayak, whatever. Got some strap and did the drag the rest of the way. It worked. Off in the distance I see parasailing. Yeah, it's probably cooler up there. Maybe a bit more windy. Anyway, if you can see the Mississippi Coast Coliseum and then the building with the pier in front of it, it has bathrooms. They're usually locked when I leave, but when I get back usually they're open. And then to the left of that, the first little red roofed beach structure. I'm parked right near it. I may just have to get out and go shade, but maybe not. I seem to have been pretty good with my beverage estimate. In a half mile, I will polish off my last bottle, not counting the backup waters that I keep in the canoe. I keep saying canoe. Anyway, that I keep in the boat in case of emergency. But not an emergency today. Although the sun seems to be coming out again, so let me get back to pouring water over my head. Later.